Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh. Welcome everyone to my 29th session. So, guys, in this session, we're going to discuss conditional column chart. So, you know about column chart, you know about bar chart. Okay, you know how we can transpose column chart into a bar chart or bar chart into column chart. We have discussed crossover charts where we talked about the relationship between column chart with the line chart, column chart with circular chart. We have discussed among them, right? So you know how to work on column charts. You know how to create a crossover chart of a column chart with a line chart, column chart with a bar chart, column chart with a circular chart, column chart with any other shape chart. We have already discussed among them. Okay, in this class, we're going to discuss something which we have heard already. We know about something called conditional formatting, right? We know about how to work on conditional formatting in Excel. The same way we can apply conditional column chart in Tableau. Okay, that is what we are going to do in this session. Like, so first go to Tableau. Let me first go to Tableau. If I go to Tableau, here we are going to discuss conditional column chart. Now, to work on the conditional column chart, you know that I'm going to work on sample superstore Excel workbook. Okay, already that part is done. You know, we are working on same workbook in all the classes. Okay, so in order to work on conditional column chart, so suppose like how to show you conditional column chart is similar to the conditional formatting what we do in MS Excel. So suppose if I do double click on subcategory, okay, and then if I click on profit, you can see some values of profit are negative, some values of profit are positive. You know about them, right? You know this very well. Okay, now when you see this profit, if I increase the size of this font a little bit, okay. Now, if you get the hash key and all, don't get worry about this part. Okay. So this looks appropriate. So here, if you notice, you have around 17 subcategories. Okay. And in these subcategories, if I compare the value of these subcategories with respect to the profit, you can see some values of profit are positive, some are negative. If I use descending order, arrange in descending order, so you can see there are three sub accessories, subcategories which are suppliers, bookcases, and tables. Their value of profit is negative. You can see this very well. Now you can, if I want to show the same thing in the form of diagram, what I can do, I can put subcategory sum of profit under row. And if I click put subcategory under column, 1 minute, let me just transpose them. So you can see, right? So you can see this very well. I just drag the profit under levels. You can see there are three uh, subcategories are there. Those are suppliers, bookcases, and tables. They have negative profit. You can see it very well, while the remaining values have positive profit. That is well understood. So now what I want to do, what is the objective of me here? I want to show these values of subcategories which are negative. I want to represent them in the form of bar diagram. Imagine if I have subcategory in column, if I have sales in row. Okay, so you know that you will get this bar diagram like this way. You can increase the size of this bar diagram. You can increase the size of this bar diagram little bit. Okay, so that it look like a bar diagram, not the line diagram. So you can see this bar diagram. Okay, these are the values of profit. You can arrange this in descending order, or you can arrange this in ascending order, or you can see in the form of bar chart the same thing. Okay, so you know about them. Okay, so when you see this subcategories, okay, these subcategories on the basis of sales. So what I want to do, I want to highlight those subcategories which are having negative profit. Although this graph, what you're seeing, this graph is between subcategory and sales. Okay, now if I include profit here, if I drag profit under row, so you can easily see this table. You can see books, okay, and you can see suppliers. These three are negative while the remaining are positive. Okay, you know about them already. The same thing I'm showing you in all possible way. Now this profit, if I bring in dual axis, if I bring both of them together, you can see this profit values. If I come to all in place of bar, if I click on square or if I click on circle, you can represent the same thing here. Profit again, I'm putting in row. Okay, now one minute. So now profit, if I click on dual axis, you can see this kind of representation of the sales and the profit. If you want, you can put sales under bar. Okay, you can put, if you want, you can put sales under bar diagram and the profit under the circular diagram. You can see or the same thing again. If I'm bringing sales and profit together, you can see tables. You can see these figures like suppliers, or you will see the another one. The one more is negative, that is bookcases. These three are negative, rest are positive. So the same thing I'm showing you in all possible ways. Clear now in the form of line diagram. The same thing, you can see the profit is in blue color. For the table, you can see bookcases, and for the suppliers, for the remaining thing, you will see this line is above zero. And when it comes to sales, you can see the value of sales. Okay, so the same thing I'm showing you in all possible ways by creating two axes. So here, if you want, you can arrange the data in descending order of sales or in ascending order of sales. Okay, same way you can arrange the profit data. You can come to profit, you can come to sales, you can keep the sales in the form of bar diagram while the profit is in the case of line diagram. Okay, you can analyze this way. So all these possible ways are there. You can analyze your data. Whenever you have the scenario, you can analyze in all these possible ways. Now, what I want here for this conditional column chart, I want to show you the those components when I'm working on here. I want to show you, like, if I create subcategory here, if I create subcategory here, if I create sales here, if I create sales here, what is my objective? My objective here is to show you the graph between subcategory and sales. And in this graph of subcategory and sales, I want to highlight those subcategories which are having negative profit. So for that, what I'll do, I'll write a mathematical formula. For that, I'll go to create conditional chart. Here I'll give a heading for this mathematical formula called profit status. And here I'll write sum of profit, sum of profit if that is zero. So this will create a Boolean data type. So this will create a Boolean data type. So if the sum of profit is greater than zero, So then it is true. While if the sum of profit is less than 0, then it is false. So you click on apply, then press OK. Now what you do, drag the profit status on color. So if you drag the profit status on color, so wherever it's true means when the sum of profit is greater than 0, wherever the sum of profit is greater than 0, you can see they are representing with orange color, and when the sum of profit is less than 0, they're showing with blue color. I hope you understood this. Clear the, you can just switch over the same thing like table, suppliers, and bookcases. You know that, right? They are less than 0. So you can, you know their value, table value. This is table value. This is supplier value. This is bookcase value. Rest all other values of subcategories are positive. This is what I wanted to show here. Clear everyone? So this is about conditional column chart. I hope you have understood this. If you want, you can do right click, go to format, and here in field, you can choose the field, what you want to do with the field. You can just make adjustment here, rows, columns, diagrams, the kind of line, green lines, what kind of lines you want. So whatever you want, you can play with them like this way. Okay, so you are most welcome to use your time to understand this. Come here, click on sum of profit, play with that, change your font. So all that you can do, and you can understand this in much more better way. Clear everyone? So this is about conditional column chart. If you have any doubt, you are most welcome to ask your questions, as many questions as you can. So in this conditional column chart, what I have done, I have actually created, a boolean, okay, a boolean data type, which is called profit status, where this profit status is talking about the sum of profit. So when the sum of profit is greater than 0, it is representing it with true. When it is false, representing with false when it is less than 0. So on that basis, I am trying to work on the column chart. The same column chart which we have understood, the same column chart where we have done lot of crossovers whenever we compared the sales with profit, whenever we talked about comparison of sales with a profit, where the same we represented with bar in bar diagram, the same we represented with column with line diagram, column with circular diagram, or we use some kind of lollipop kind of representation. The same thing you can work under the conditional column chart by creating a calculated field called profit status. So either you can do this by going under analysis, then create calculated field, or you can do the same thing by simply clicking here, you get create calculated field, or you do just click here, go to create, and then you can create a calculated field. So these are the ways how you can create a calculated field. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you everyone. I'll see you all in next class. Take care. Bye everyone.